Can you imagine a world completely open to global trade, without borders or barriers? Globalization has made it possible, but the question that challenges us is, how would Adam Smith react to such an interconnected economy? In his time, Smith advocated the idea that a nation's wealth comes from specialized labor and the free market. This 18th-century Scottish economist would probably be amazed at the reach of his theories today. But would he agree with everything? With more than 200 years apart, his ideas about the invisible hand may seem a bit out of place in a world where corporate giants dominate the market like benevolent dictators. However, the concept that free trade generates progress could be seen as a tangible reality. The question is, does this progress benefit only a few giants or truly everyone? Smith would possibly find the phenomenon of digital globalization fascinating, a realm where transactions and information cross oceans in a blink. Today, connectivity is virtually instantaneous, and we are no longer limited by oceans or mountains. New technologies have created invisible bridges that connect millions of people around the world. But in such an ultra-connected economy, we could also face the erosion of local cultures and the homogenization of the market. Local economies can become dependent on the whims of distant markets. So, while we celebrate the ability to create global connections in seconds, we should also consider the possible cultural and economic costs. Would Smith see in this connectivity a raw benefit, or interpret it as a risk to the economic diversity of nations? To access more content like this, subscribe to the channel and don't miss what's coming next. Speaking of free trade, it is inevitable to mention how it would affect the balance of economic power among nations. Smith might be amazed to see a reality where some economies grow exponentially while others fall behind due to unfair practices and asymmetric regulations. This contrast leads us to question whether the free market truly promotes equality among nations, or if, on the contrary, it exacerbates pre-existing inequalities. What would Smith think about free trade agreements that sometimes seem to lean more towards benefiting the powerful than supporting the emerging? In his time, free trade promised a kind of commercial balance that today seems more like utopia than reality. Smith's theory of comparative advantage advocated for each country to specialize in what it does best. But what happens when a single region concentrates production thanks to its advanced machinery or unbeatable labor costs? We are witnessing a new type of economic imperialism, where technological disparity can shift the trade winds in favor of only a few main players. Developing nations struggle to avoid being swept away by this overwhelming current, desperately seeking policies that allow them to thrive without sacrificing their resources and sovereignty. Smith, with his visions of fair competition, might warn against the distorting potential of economic power concentration in a few global hands. The question remains, would globalization be a vehicle of equity and shared prosperity, or a titan that many must challenge not to fall behind? Support Philosophy Doc's channel by clicking the bell and giving us a like. See you in the next video. Until next time.